Right, we're back. And I'm just eating my pre-workout bowl of cereal. Okay, so today is the 12th of May, and quick update, scale weight this morning was 70.1 kilo, which was to be expected. Last week we run quite a few higher days of 300 gram of carb, just because my scale weight has been a little bit sticky as of late. So I've run a bit of high food, now into this week, a bit of a harder week. So pushing harder on cardio, pushing harder on food. So yesterday we did 250 gram of carb, whereas today we're doing 200, which I'll feel that, but it is what it is. So I'm going to put in my little check-in photos on screen now. So this was Saturday morning. I think I was 70 point something, like low, probably similar to where I am now. So going to push harder this week. 35 minutes of cardio, 4 times. Basically doing 200 gram of carb on a non-training day. So Saturday, Sunday, which I've already done, and 200 gram of carb today. 250 gram of carb on Monday, for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then other than that, my protein's 220, fats 45 or 40, depending on the day. So they're pretty standard. It's just the carbs, which we're manipulating to force the deficit a little bit more. So hopeful. I was nearly in 69s this morning. It ticked on the scale and went back up. So I know I will be in the next few days. So the plan just to dig a little bit harder now. And then, do I know show plans yet? Kind of, maybe not. Maybe we'll do that in a later video, but that's current diet plans. So today I'm gonna go train. I'm gonna go to a new gym. Well, I say it's not brand new, I've never been there before. So I'm just gonna I've had cereal, pre-workout. I'm gonna take some squares bars for the car. Just gonna get my drink for training ready, which I don't even weigh my creatine out now. I used to, but I just put two good scoops in the bottle. So we're gonna rock that. So 2 of these. So I'm gonna use, I've been saving this. It's one of my samples I got. It's a Ghost Intra. So EAA, BCA, hydration. This is it. It's Welsh's Grape, which I've actually had one of these already. And I was a bit dubious. I was like, it's American, isn't it? Well, it is. I don't know what Welsh's Grape is. And I was really dubious at the start. I was like, what is that Welsh's Grape? But I had it and it was actually insane. It was so good. They do this in pre-workout. And I think they do it in energy drink cans as well. So we're going to get that in there. And then just need to get my pre-workout drink. And then we're gonna head out. All right, let's give this a good old shake. I was gonna say it looks a bit of a ropey colour. It doesn't look ropey, it's just like a pinky colour, but actually tastes insane. I'm gonna have another taste now. Yeah, I can't even describe this. You can smell it straight away. Smells awesome. So let's get the rest of the bag ready, and then I'm going to tell you where I'm going. I'm in the car. Right, so today's plan of action is I'm going to the Physique Club to train, aka I think they call it TPC for short, which is in Loughborough. So I've just Google mapped it now. An hour. So we're going to get there. I've got push, cardio, going to do some abs, then client work to do. I've got 2 client calls today. I've not got any program to do. Did all my check-ins yesterday, so I need to go back to a couple of clients off the back of their check-in, to be fair, as well. Then plan content for the week. That is today's plan. So adding on to what I touched on earlier. So yeah, my scale weight, it's been a little bit sticky as of late, but I said it's on my Instagram. If you don't follow me Insta, I'm going to put it on my screen now. Follow me on Instagram. I learned to disattach myself from the scale a long time ago, because so many people especially when they're starting out, fat loss, live and die by what that scale says. Like if that scale isn't moving, they are not happy and they just tend to lose their head, which you don't need to do. So it has stuck a little bit. I'm definitely getting leaner, 100%. I know my body, I can tell I'm getting leaner. So we're getting leaner, but we've had food pretty high for me, to be fair, in this little dieting phase. So we're gonna push a little bit harder now. And the main plan now for the diet is I go to Cornwall in 5 weeks, 5.5 weeks. So we're gonna try and pull off as much as we can before then and get ahead of the curve for when I go to Cornwall. So will we diet for the whole 5 weeks? Will it be 3-4 weeks? Then I imagine the week of going to Cornwall we'll push food up so I'm not going away hungry, which is something I'd always do with my clients as well. So yeah, diet for another 3, 4, potentially 5 weeks, pull off as much as we can and get me in a really good spot for going away to Cornwall. And then when we come back from Cornwall, more than likely we will pull the trigger on a prep. That's the plan. Alright, so we have just arrived. This is said gym from the outside. So we're going to get inside, get myself a day pass and train push.
You good?
Yeah, not bad. Are you? Can I just get a day pass, please, mate?
Sam. You got upper this side, lower that side, cardio, abs and stuff.
Yep, awesome.
Yeah.
Ace, cool. Alright, so session nearly done. We're now just going to hit some more laterals, because no one ever said his shoulders are too big. So more lateral raises, finish. This gym is pretty sick as well, to be fair. I don't think the lighting in here is very good, but fully fledged, pump on. Right, session done. We are gonna check where we're at, a little bit of posing. Right, This is where body composition's at right now. Not in a bad spot at all. No, not in a bad spot at all. You know what, I'm not angry in the slightest with where we're at right now. Them, I'm not even in the 60s yet, solidly. Lightest weight of prep last year was 64 kilo. So I'm currently 6 kilo above that at the minute. Job done. Right, that's training session. Cardio, abs, the lot done. That gym is sick. Like sick. Obviously, because it's like an independently owned gym, they're not tied to anyone, so they've just like hand-picked all the bits they want. So yeah, really recommend, like small, yeah, just decent, really nice. So now plan, drive back home and crack on with work. Client calls boxed off, so 2 client calls done, little work block done. Now I'm going to go out and finish my steps off. Do you know what, I actually felt a bit fucked then, sat on my laptop. Don't know, felt a bit fatigued, so I'm hoping a bit of fresh air will sort me out. And I love getting out for a walk. Now finish my steps off, I've got about 6k left to do, so I'm going to go box these off, get back, do a little bit more work before Hannah and the kids get home. And this will look random because the sky's bright blue, sun is out, so I've got sunglasses on, but it's windy as hell, and it was raining half hour ago, so I've gone for the safe option. Got a coat on as well, and to be fair, it's always windy where I live, so it's windy now, so we're going to go out and get these steps done. This is something I spoke about one of my clients the other day. Steps, underrated for fat loss, but how do you get your steps in? By that, what I mean is, if you're doing your steps up and down your living room when you're back garden at night, you're missing the deal. I actually timed it yesterday. To get 1,000 steps takes me about 8 minutes, which is decent because you got to pace it out. Like 10,000 steps is not 10,000 steps. I bet my 10,000 steps are different to 10,000 steps of somebody else who's half-arsing it, probably not getting the results they want because they're just fucking steps are lazy. So if you're doing steps, if you're in a fat loss phase or whatever phase you're in, get out and walk fast. You need to be doing 1,000 steps in 10 minutes easily. If you're not walking quick enough, so walk a bit faster. One of my clients just spoke to, a client called Kobe, top lad. We've had numerous fat loss phases, pulled off a good chunk. Now going into a little maintenance phase, and this is something I spoke about quite a lot with clients lately, that some people are always trying to lose weight and they're always dieting, which is, again, in my opinion, where people go wrong. They're always dieting. You need to do it in little phases. So Kobe is now going to go into a little maintenance phase for 5-6 weeks. Then we're going to do another little fat loss phase pre-summer, but killed it. Top guy. Yeah, super happy for him. I'm going to sign off from this part of the video, put my headphones in, get a podcast on, get these steps boshed out, and I can get home and finish work. Steps are done. And I actually got really hot on that walk, so I ended up taking off the coat, but the sunnies were needed. So we're wrapping up episode 2 in the books. If you're not subscribed, do that. Show some support, comment a random word, comment like the word pole, just see one outside, pole or dog, comment some random word. A few more lined up, 1 episode soon. I'm going to do a full day of eating, just depends where food's at. So yep, hope you enjoyed, see you in a bit.